Your Data UI is a masterclass about building MCP, Model Context Protocol servers for databases, which allow to build like interesting applications. The first application is that we will build is so-called Amazon Killer, which is electronic shop where you can select by product using just LLM chat. Prerequisites to that is installed Python. Also, you will need Docker and cloud desktop because we need to run everything locally, as the database assumed to be like private for this electronic shop. We don't want to give it to internet. First, we will set up the database. The project GitHub.com Bitquery YDYA means your data UI is publicly available, so you can use it to pass all these steps. The first step is that we will set up the database, and the first is we check out this project generally. We will use the PyCharm, very pretty good ID. I will clone this in locally. So first step is we use console and we make sure that we have Docker. First we need to set up a database. The database will contain our products, orders, product categories, and accounts. It's a minimal database that will simulate the real electronic shop. The idea behind that the real electronic shop, of course, has much more extensive schema, but connecting LLM to it will be similar to what we will do, and generally the results will be similar to what we will receive. So we'll run now MSQL-Amazon local server in Docker, and then we download the publicly available data set from this website Kaggle, which has 1.4 million products. Let's do it using just curl here. Great. And we unzip it to import folder this way. So we will get some sample data set of Amazon product, which we will see in a minute. Then we will go to the client of MySQL. The password is PYD, which we configured here when we run the server. And then we need to execute files. So first of all, schema. Schema is just set of tables, product categories, products, customers, and orders. Very simple schema. So we just copy and paste here, and we got the schema. The database called MyStore. Then we execute the. Okay, now 1.4 million records imported, and we can insert into customers our name and email. Great. So now we set up database. We can check the execution of queries by running tail of queries log. So let's try that. The next step is to run the cloud desktop in the code tab and select the local project here from where you checked out the repository, and then create prompt asking it to create MCP server for us. So what we wrote, I have database created in data schema. It will read the schema of our database and generate the Python code over the schema to have several methods, including full text search. And for every table, it actually it parses the schema, and it try to understand what kind of methods will be needed to expose for the schema. Great. So now it generated some code. It asked us to install dependencies. And also it has some instruction of how to set up the MCP server directly in Cloud Desktop, which we will do soon, but in different method. And let's look what Cloud generated for us. Requirements file is two packages, MCP, which helps to build MCP easily, MySQL connector to connect to our database, and server Python code where it generated some methods which will be exposed and as MCP tools. That LLM which actually will use it. Search products, get product details here, get recommendations, search similar products, top products, list categories, customer by mail that we will use, like create customer with create order, get order, and also get customer address, update order status. So pretty much it makes sense. So it's generic API for our database. It looks like. So now what we're going to do is that we will install the requirements for this. From this file. Oh no, not this way. Sorry. Let's go to cloud. It's pip install -r. Sorry. Okay. So it has already these requirements in my computer. What then can we do is we will use the prepared manifest file. What Cloud recommended is in this chat is to use this Cloud MCP config file, manually put it into configuration, and then restart Cloud Desktop. We will not do it. We will use the manifest.json file, which looks for me easier and supported by all tools, and it's kind of universal. So it defines the server that we need to run. It's the entry point, which command we will use, and environment that should match the environment here in the start of this program. So actually you see it doesn't match because every time it of course can generate own things, so it prefixes with MySQL. Let's fix the manifest then. If it is needed, so here must be MySQL. We of course could do it in the prompt, but we didn't want to be much detailed. So all these variables must match the server, because when it is run, it will use the MySQL database MyStore on localhost, user, password, all correct. Great. So now we have this manifest, and now we going to run this MCP server inside Cloud. We will soon get very good results. Now we're all set with the server itself. We just need to run it inside the cloud desktop to be able to chat with the server. So for that, we need to go to Settings, Extensions, then Advanced Settings, and tell what it can run as a tools. We need install unpacked extension. So actually, you can pack the extension in kind of archive form in a package and distribute it also. But right now we didn't do it. We just had a manifest file. So having manifest file, we can install unpacked extension. We go to our folder, open. Invalid manifest, author required. Okay, we missed one important thing here. I will add it now. Check if you have this field on your local machine. Let me fix it. It's strange that it doesn't run without author, but like anyway, let's do this. Let's do again. Install unpacked extension. Open. Install. Debugging documentation. Okay, so it didn't run for some reason. Let's debug this. So first of all, we probably need to go to this logs that it should show us here, and let's check what was the error. Server transport. So this is current timestamp. So what it tried? It tried to call the method and import MySQL, no model name MySQL. I think the problem because it actually ran with the wrong Python interpreter inside, not with the same as we do like our local project. Okay, so we can fix it. We can just tell it to use here the command that we use locally. So which Python 3, we just take all this path here. And let's try again. We should remove this installed extension and install, and again do this. Install. Okay, now we see it. We have 13 tools. By default, it needs approval. You will see that it will ask every time when I invoke the method, it will ask my approval as user to use it. And we will keep it as is because we're interested in understanding what methods and how it is called. So, okay, we're done. So we installed it, it's working. We just go to chat And now we can buy products. Let's go. So let's start not with a buy. Say, let's describe my intent. So let's say I decide what I need, okay? So I will write, I'm going tomorrow to vacation to Cyprus. I fly by plane. I want to buy something for this trip. I said nothing about the MCP or whatever. You see that it decided to go to MCP. Why? Why it happens? Do you have any ideas why it shows this? Anyone? It wants to list categories. So it happens because it reads all methods that which is called tools. In terms of MCP, it calls tools. It listed them, and it found that our MCP server suitable for this particular chat. Yes, and it has priority over other paths that AI can select in this kind of conversation. And that's why it decided to request. So I will allow it. Allow once. Cyprus is great destination. Okay, what I need, say, maybe luggage, bag, travels, accessories, electronics, everything. Okay, let's, I don't know what I need. Now it tries to query the product like more specifically. By the way, let's see what happens in background. For technical people, it's always interesting what actually happens. For that, we can look at the trace that generated by MySQL. Let's see. It should be here. One second. This is tail. Let's see if it is working. So when I allow it, it should, yes, you see it. So it executes the query, so I can track actually the queries that server doing to MySQL database. In this particular case, it select product by category because it found some categories that can be interesting for me, and now it going deeper and deeper, but it decides the logic by itself. Also, it depending on say country that I write here. If I would write Norway, it will not propose me to buy sun screening cream, yes, or some like beach things. For Cyprus, it will propose me that. So on the background, it decides all that. Of course, in production, you will not concern this experience that I show you, because it will be hidden all these actions that it doing. Let's play always allow, because it iteratively browsing products and trying to find the best match for my request. But ultimately, so it may have like 10 queries of database, but ultimately it got like some items from our shop. So it found me luggage and bag, which I need. Then I need like some travel accessories, maybe bottle, inflatable pillow, electronics, and it proposes beach and outdoor. I think it decided because I wrote about Cyprus. If I wrote something else, it will fetch some other products. So it's quite a lot. So only based on this very limited information, like I wrote only a couple lines, it fetched me very well representative list of products that I can buy from my shop. And all these products actually exist in my inventory, so I can buy it. So would you like more details on all of this, or want me to search for something more specific? What can I do? I can tell what I can select from here. Say, okay, give me sun cream for cheap price, and say what else we can do. Maybe travel pillow. It again go to specific product ID now. It selects the cheapest price of the list. Yes. Would you like me to place an order? Of course. It will form me an order now. I need you to look up your customer account first, and that's why we created this customer when we set up the database. In real scenario, this question will not appear. In real scenario, I would be already authenticated on the website. So actually, this is a security breach in our current MCP server, because I can tell any customer. In real production case, the customer will be provided as a context to the MCP execution. So you will never be able to, say, modify customer or look up the database of another customer. And as a programmer, you must ensure this. And it's quite possible, but not in our case. So I will tell that email is Aleksey@bitquery.io. It will find me now. It's extra step that in reality will not need it. So order summary. Could you provide? I don't have a shipping address for one. Okay, I send it to say to London Westminster Abbott. I provide an address, and I would like to, great, let me place order for you. I allow it. Got it, let me place both orders for you. So now it creates orders. Total is $10.98. We can get back to database and check that order actually created. Where is it? I think it was in different window here. Yes, so select from orders. Yes, so it's really created two orders in the database. I can ask this question. Maybe I missed something that I need on Cyprus. That I need on Cyprus. Recommend me to add from. Recommend me. Okay, that's enough, I think. So of course this consumes AI points, but interaction with MCP is free.
Yeah, I understand.
Shown you, but for example, ChatGPT can follow the conversion on the website on electronic shop in background, and when customer want to close the order, it comes up with this recommendation. And I think it's a very, very realistic scenario for e-commerce to upsell to customers. Say, customer wants to close the order, so it go into the basket to pay, and ChatGPT, based on the data from your inventory and based on like what it knows from you, it recommends this. Do you have anything for free? You mean?
What if we don't have the data in MCP and the context in MCP? Will it be combined like from global internet and from our
Yes,
internet?
of course, of course.
What's about your point? You told, yeah, it can be advice for our competitors, yes, and this chat can advise our competitors if we find something.
Oh, great question. Yes, I think the solution here, I think there is no 100% solution to this problem. But first of all, what we didn't do here, I started with no prompts. If I didn't configure any prompts. So in real scenario, you of course need directions for this chat, very strict. You should not do that. You should not go to my competitors to buy things from them. Yes, it's as example of what you mean. You should not try to like fetch some products that are not allowed or something. So we missed this part, but in reality, of course, you need to have a prompt that restrict user. But it's a good point, yes. It found, and you cannot trust AI completely that it follows your directions. That known breaches happened. I think you read in internet cases when people break the rules that were defined by AI. It's a big problem. But on the level of interacting with MCP, you have much more control. So you generally can restrict a lot on this level. So person can chat, but accessing your data will be limited. So yeah, so this is a tool called Inspector. This is a link to it. MCP Inspector, which is very simple debugging tool. For our case, you just create the JSON file containing metadata for the server. Again, here we have to replace the Python code. Yes, and run this inspector. Let's see. Inspector is doing the same as Cloude, but it's very simple application. No points used, nothing. And here we can list tools the same way as we seen it. So on the top you see there are tools, prompts, resources. There are three main things that MCP server exposes to LLM. Resources are kind of entities, so and most of them are considered read-only. Probably in our case we could do resource like a category or product, but by default, like people, I didn't see any MCP till now that resources are actually used. Maybe in some cases they are useful, but in most cases tools can replace them as just list product or search products. So prompts are orchestrating tool for this MCP server. So LLM can read the prompts and based on them orchestrate the usage of your tool. I tried to use it and failed. So it was completely ignored by Cloud. Maybe I did something wrong. Maybe most likely didn't find my prompts matching against what I actually tried to do from the tools. But from what I read in documentation, prompts can help LLM to use properly use your tools. So tools are just methods that we exposed in this Python code. It's the same method that we already seen. Some of them has parameters. For example, we can list categories without any parameters. We can invoke it. Right now, run tool. And we see all these categories. So inspector is very simple, just to debug that your server works as you expected. And that's it. Any questions about it? About Amazon killer? Did we kill Amazon or not? No? Let's go further. Okay, the second project is Vibe Analytics. How it is different from, again, this is again database. It's ClickHouse, analytical database, and it is different in one important aspect. It is a server which exposes in terms of the database on a very, very basic level, on the level of SQL. So it means that now LLM has to decide which SQL to run according to our queries. This is more difficult for LLM, but it allows to make much simpler server. And also there is existing MCP server. We don't need to build it. It just exists for ClickHouse, and we can just install it and run. The next project that we want to do, I called it Vibe Analytics. So imagine that we run this electronic shop for quite a while, and we got some response and recommendations from users, orders, and we want to analyze it. So as soon as this big data, we will use the ClickHouse database for that. And we will set up MCP server just for analytics and see how it works. So these are the steps in README, how we will proceed there. So we first will install the ClickHouse, which is very, very fast, and run the Docker image for this. Okay, its name already used. Let's remove it. Okay, now we created. Now we running two images, two container. One is MySQL, another is ClickHouse. Now we go inside the ClickHouse by this command in this client. No, it's something wrong. Authentication failed. There is no user. So username. Sorry, I mistyped here. Okay, now we are inside ClickHouse, and we need to create very simple schema here, analytics schema, which is Amazon reviews, which is a sample of product reviews from Amazon. We will import the schema here. Database Amazon already exists. Okay, yes, we created it, so we will remove this line. Use Amazon show tables. No tables. We will create a table now. Now we go into import the data set from Amazon S3, which it has like some sample data set in Parquet format, which is a popular format for analytical databases. It will take some time to import this database, and we soon will be able to see some real people reviews. Amazon reviews. The structure of it is very simple also. Say limit 5, format vertical. I will not say it's very analytical database, but in reality you can have billions of these records. For now it has only 30,000 or something. So it is records about reviews of products with some body, headline, star rating, and other attributes. That is everything that we have. So can LLM actually use it? Let's see. So for that I need to run MCP server for Amazon, for Amazon, for ClickHouse. And ClickHouse has a project. Let's found it. Yes, so this project, MCP ClickHouse, it is open sourced, this one. By the way, recently ClickHouse released a very cool thing, the skills, agentic skill set for ClickHouse, which is the next level. It allows to, it actually collects all best practices to create SQL queries for ClickHouse, and this is a very cool thing. So it looks like everything goes from people programming SQL to just writing prompts for ClickHouse. I think it goes this direction because as I understand this direction, they want to present all knowledge in, say, this agentic infrastructure, and it will create SQL much better than even good analysts. Nothing. It just shows the scheme of database and allows to execute any SQL query, nothing else. I can check Altinity, yes, probably makes sense. So to run it, what we will do, install dependencies and install a cloud desktop. Okay, I think that, again, this is Python that I need to replace here. Otherwise, I don't need anything. I just entry point. This is the command to execute it. So ClickHouse MCP. I think we are good to install it. Let's go to settings. Again, I will do exactly the same as we did for e-commerce, but I go to advanced settings. Only the folder is different. Analytics. Open, install, and pray. No. Oh! It has three tools. So, list databases, list tables, run selected query. Very, very simple interface. Contrary to the previous example, it knows nothing about the schema, nothing about the semantics of the data, nothing. And let's try it and see what it actually can do. So let's go to the chat and now ask something about analytics. So let's ask it what I can analyze in your ClickHouse database. Stupid question. Okay, it asked me to approve. It now goes to It now goes to fetch the schema. And apparently it reads table structure, and it even have some analysis ideas. Yes. Okay. I can ask, say, let's focus on rating. What is the average rating? Average rating by product category. Categories. It built a SQL based on what it reads. So unlike the previous example, it now needs to create a SQL itself. Yes, and the quality of this tool is actually very dependent on how good it creates a SQL. But interesting that ClickHouse team actually working towards technology that will allow LLMs to build a SQL much, much better than just by just what we see now. I think this will progress very fast. There is only one category, books, and it has rating, average rating for 46. Make distribution of ratings as diagram. Okay, so this is distribution. Most people made between 4 and 5, and very few made 1. So it's a very positive audience in this case. What else can we try to ask? I will try to ask because it's books, we know it's books, and the books has title. So I will ask very interesting question. Analyze which words in title causes highest and lowest ratings. It's an interesting question because based on this I can write a book which has the most winning title in terms of rating. Based on statistics. Of course, 30,000 is nothing for analysis. Typical ClickHouse database contains billions and trillions of records, but still it can build something.
Can you make 1,000 cross joins and just ruin the database?
No, this is very small database. It's hard to ruin.
1,000 cross joins, believe me, ruin all any database.
So the highest rating is Hyperion Words South, and the lowest is Hornet's Nest Final. So Hyperion Words is the best name for the book is Hyperion Words, according to the statistics. What else can I ask? Maybe you have some ideas.
Can we take a look at query generated for this?
Yes, of course. We can look. This is a query.
Because there are a lot of ways to get it wrong.
Yes, that's correct. So this is the query, and it's used array join, which so it made two queries. One, this query. I think it just extracted words here. Yes. So it's split by char. It separated words. This query and somehow grouped them. And the second query I think it's the same. I think it made two queries, one ascending and the other is descending. But otherwise, it's exactly the same. So it's.
Oh, so I see filtered by length and filtered by. Okay, I see.
What else can we ask from here? Any ideas?
Do we sell anything for free?
No, it's ratings. It doesn't have the price. No, you can ask about maybe people. What is the weirdest? What is the weirdest reviewer? Who is the weirdest? Great question. Let me look for reviews with unusual patterns, extreme reviewing behavior, polarizing ratings, or other quirky characteristics. It's interesting what it will do. Maybe it will kill the database. No, it executed it. It's now doing React. I didn't ask it to draw. I think it's too much like drawing React diagrams. Maybe it's quicker to build just table. I don't know how to prevent it. Again, prompt should control this originally, not to do so much extra work. Because generating React takes much more than actual querying. Okay, he found some abnormal reviewers. 41 reviews, every single one 5 stars. Permanently lukewarm. It's funny. The essay writer averages 4,000 characters per review. So he found some interesting parts. So I think it did it very fast. I'm not sure that it's 100%. The question about correctness of the query is perfectly correct. I would not believe at once like what it actually doing, but we can look around 2, 3, 4. It runs a lot of queries, by the way. This is the most complicated. Most complicated part of, and the question was not very easy, right? So it's like the whole investigation was done. Yes. Okay, so I think you made some sense what you can do like out of the box. It's pretty impressive. So even without knowing anything about this database, it's pretty impressive what it can do. Okay, the last example will be not database, will be API, and I called it AI your API. It means that I meant that a lot of projects already has API, and the API in some sense is better than database because you already limited what you can query. You have some limits. You have everything. And of course, I wanted to connect to our own API. So yes, we have API. For sure, in Bitquery, we have API, which is GraphQL. I'm sure that most of you knows GraphQL. What is it? So GraphQL is, well, before ChatGPT appeared, GraphQL was also pretty impressive, I'll say, because you could query things like it has context. So you can actually define what you want, and it just query it. For example, I can query the latest price of Bitcoin. Let's try it. symbol is Bitcoin, and maybe for recent, $60. 70,000. It's like average price by different trades. So it's like it happens right now. So 70,000. It's grown a bit compared to the morning, but still very depressing. Yes. So we have this API. And GraphQL generally very close in capabilities to MCP because it has introspection. So you can, without any knowledge of API, you can use it. That's also a common part to MCP. And that's why GraphQL is very easy convertible into MCP. And I can show you how to do it without any programming. So there is a service called zoopla.com. Okay, so we want to convert this into MCP to be able to do some smart stuff in LLM. So this is our project that we created, and I'll follow some steps that I knew from the team of Zoopla, which was very helpful. And the first, I need to create a route for this. For my endpoint, which is GraphQL. So I will name it GraphQL. And I need to specify the I don't know, forward to this endpoint. And I would add here the authentication by adding, I think I should add some headers here to authenticate. And I take my API key. Now I can save and test it. Test it, send request. I got must provide an operation. I think that's fine. Then I should select here tool called GraphQL. I don't exactly know what it means, but I was set to do that. And then what's important here, I will add MCP server, which I connect to this GraphQL server. And save again. And generally, it should be enough. I think that clients must accept. Let's test it. I'm not sure, but let's try it. So this is the URL. And to test it, I will use the same inspector that we already tried. Let's write it here. So for inspector, what we need the this URL. That's one thing. The other thing, I need the API key from here. URL, which is this, and not forget to put into the quotes like this. Yes, I think it should be fine. Let's just try it. Let's just try it. Proxy server porting is in use. Some way it is. Yes, it's working here. It cannot do simultaneously two of them. Spectre runs. No, it's definitely not correct. So yes, now it's support. It can be connected. Let's try. List tools. Oh, great. I think we got it. So MCP server works. Let's try to run and see what we get. So now it should call the underlying GraphQL and oh, it looks like it works. So it receives the old schema that we have, like very big schema, what the GraphQL has, token supply update. It's a lot of fields, so we have very extensive API. Now, so it looks like it's working. Yes, so by this URL, now we go into cloud desktop to connect this exposed MCP to us. For that, we go to extensions. No, to connectors. It's a bit confusing, I think, because it's I had the experiment here. We'll remove them because when you connect to exposed public URL, you go to connectors, and when you like connect to internal MCP, you go to extensions. It's kind of confusing, but here you can select from many different already existing MCP servers which people just exposed for you, and you can also add a custom one which we can call, say, blockchain analytical API, and this is our full path. Okay, it appears here. We check that it works. Yes, it works. So it has introspection and execute query. Now I can, it needs approval. I think that's okay. It's it works and it's active. So now I can ask about like get me the latest price for Bitcoin from trading Bitquery API. It asked me to introspect it. I allow. So it proposes some GraphQL query. It's not very optimal, but that's okay for now. It's not a big deal. It queries, receives this number, which probably okay, and note that it is exactly the current time. So the value of this is that you can connect actually to very recent data from your API. It can be not just database, it can be some real-time readings from sensors, from whatever. And you can run some analytical query. For example, give me the list of 10 most traded tokens on Solana. So this is pretty much close to reality, like this list of what currently is traded, and we can ask more difficult questions. Say, create a graph of Bitcoin price for the last 24 hours. It should be very depressing, by the way. Use trading endpoint. It goes to the different data source from Crypto.org, I think, but Crypto.com, sorry. But anyway, it is like, because I have two configured data sources for Crypto, just here it's selected Crypto.com. So here it is. It means that you can connect your APIs to LLMs and to